What's up YouTube? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I can't believe 2018 is almost over, and today I wanted to do an episode looking back onto when I started street photography till now, and then show you some of my photos and talk about it, what went on when I took the photo, the experiences where I took it, the gears that I've been able to collect since I started doing street photography and the reasons why I got them, and then also some little personal stuff that happened in my life in 2018. To keep this video short, let's get started. Earlier this year, I got the opportunity to be represented by a gallery here in Columbus, and through the gallery I had my first ever gallery show experience. I had my first ever gallery sale, like I sold a piece in the gallery. Another big thing happened, which is being a part of the Harlem Renaissance here in Columbus, where one of my drawings was chosen to be a part of a mural series. So I have a mural app here in Columbus on Citizen High and in the Short North Art District. Looking back when I started last year, 2017, I started doing street photos with my Canon T3i, and unfortunately it is not here because I sold that and I bought myself a 6D Mark II, which I'm filming on right now. Point where the people that I was hanging out with, the friends that I was hanging out with, had film cameras, and so I thought maybe it'll be a great experience to have one and then learn from them. So my first ever film camera that I had was this Rebel G, this Canon Rebel G. With film, you have to be patient. You have to make sure what you're taking photos of is what you really want to take photo of. And so I've gotten some great photos with this. It was a really good start getting into film. As time goes on, I just thought maybe it'll be nice to get a different camera to try it and see how they also work. Like I wanted to challenge myself with all these film cameras, like the ones that I could have. So I went in and bought myself this Canon A1. I have two lenses for this camera. It's a 28 2.8 and I have a 51.4. And the reason why I've gotten into film is because when you walk up to people with film camera in your hand and take photos of them, sometimes they don't notice it. I've gotten some really amazing photos on this camera right here, and a few weeks ago I just wanted to get a point and shoot, which I didn't know which one to go with. I know there is like tons of point and shoot cameras out there. There are even much better ones, but I went into the thrift store, found this little toy right here, which I also did an episode on it, and I like it. The photos came out really good, really decent. It's photos that I can use, and so this is part of my gears that I work with. This is all that I take my photos with. And then I got myself the GoPro Hero 7 to show you guys the POV of when I'm on the street, but recently it will just like stop recording all of a sudden, or just like freeze for no reason. Today I have some photos here I have selected randomly. I did not really go through them to pick them, so I'm going to look through them and then I'll tell you what happened when I took the photo, how I got the photo, where I got it, and the experiences that I've had taking all these photos. This photo was taken, I think, on my Canon T3i. This was when I was starting to do street photos, and as you can see, I was really far from the subject. These were when I was starting, and I wasn't that confident enough to get much closer to my subject. So I stood behind Sean. Sean was taking the photo of him, and I stood behind Sean and I took my shot, and you can see Sean's hand in front of the lens. I got this photo and I thought this was the best photo I've ever taken on the street. Oh, This photo I also took on my T3i. Man, that camera got me a lot of photos. I've even sold some prints from that camera. I really miss it. Anyway, this is a shop. I think they sell like nuts, and they have a really famous sign downtown Columbus. We walked in there because Sean wanted to get some nuts, and after we got the nuts and we were walking out, there was some stuff inside the building, but behind the window, and she was doing some stuff there. So I stood there for a while, and she wasn't looking at me, but I wanted her to see me so I can like get a photo of her. So I waved my hand, and then she peeked, and I took the shot, and then she started smiling, and so I just looked at her and smiled back, and I walked away. Moving on. Now this one, I didn't realize it until after I've gotten home and edited it. We were standing by the crosswalk waiting for the sign to turn in our favor to cross, and I seen this guy coming, so I already like framed him, waiting for him to be in between these poles. So as I waited and he got right in the middle of both poles, I took the shot. And then when I got home, I realized that I have gotten somebody on the next poles in between the traffic light and another pole. I got somebody also framed perfectly in it, which was a coincidence that I didn't plan for that, but then it happened, which made this photo. This photo was taken on the, I think it was taken on the Rebel. I was walking on the street with some friends, and I seen this lady and her friends sitting by the roadside talking. So this time I went up to her and I asked her, "Do you mind if I take a photo of you?" And she said, "Yeah," but she was sitting right on the ground, so I didn't want her to stand up. So I just said, "Oh no, you." She asked me, "Where would you want me to stand?" I was like, "You just sit down there." So I went down, and then I took this shot, and I kept it because it reminds me of when I was starting to be able to approach people on the street and ask to take photos of them. This photo, I took this photo on my, I think the 6D Mark II. This is a recent photo that I took. I was walking on the street with Ezra and Robbie, and we walked past these guys, and as we were coming back, look at him. He looks so relaxed, and he's having a conversation with his friend. And I think I took another photo of his friend too from the other side, and I framed him with these branches of palm branch or palm tree or whatever, flower or whatever it is. I framed him in it and I took the shot. He noticed me. You can tell from the facial expression. He noticed that I was taking a photo of him, but he didn't mind. So I grabbed the photo, went on the other side and took the photo of his friend, and I just waved at them and then moved on. And I really like the photo. Another photographer called Sam, he organized a photo walk in Cincinnati, Ohio, and myself and Sean drove all the way to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is like 2 hours away from Columbus. So we drove there and met with Sam and some other photographers, and we walked the streets of Cincinnati, downtown Cincinnati, taking street photos. And I seen this guy playing his flute, and I walked up to him and I took the shot. I like that he went off on the side, but looking that way. I really like the photo. Now this photo, the same time when we were in Cincinnati on the street, walking down the alleys, we seen this wedding photography going on, and I remember I said, "Oh, let's go photo bomb the wedding photos." So as we were walking past them, stood there and then took this shot real quick, and then after I took the shot, I just like walked away. This photo was taken on my, I think T3i, or maybe not. No, this was shot on my Canon 60. There was, every year there is this event called the open studio tour, where artists and creators and photographers here in Columbus, Ohio will like open their home studios for you to come in and look at their work and like stuff like that. and this particular place is one of them. And it's like a guitar shop where they also have guitar lessons. Like people can come in there and learn how to play guitar and like take lessons upstairs. So the downstairs they make the guitar, and then upstairs they have a place where people like come and learn the guitar. So we walked in and seen this guy and his son playing the guitar, and I took this photo of him. After that shot, I turned around and I seen behind the counter this guy there that makes the guitar. So I took this photo to go with the series, like the story, to add up to the story. And I think it's really cool that you can see all of this in one building. They make the guitar there, they play it there, you can learn it there. I mean, I don't remember exactly where it is, but I would love to visit the place again. It's an amazing place. So every first Saturday of the month, Columbus have the gallery hop, where galleries open up from I think noon till late in the night, and let people come and watch new art pieces and shows that is going on. And musicians comes on the street to also play music. I took this photo of them, and I think it was really nice. They had small lights on the whatever they have their musical notes on, to look at the notes that they are playing, because it was dark around, and the light was because the paper is white, the light was reflecting on the paper onto their faces, that make the face light up. So I focused on that one guy, and then I took the shot, and as you can see, everybody that is around him is dark. So I really like this photo. I think I took few photos that I can put together as a series. And that is the same night that I took this photo. He was looking a little bit away to the musical notes, where you can see where his eyes are looking. That is why he doesn't have a lot of light in his face. And this is the musical notes that they were looking at playing the music. After I took the photos of them, I just thought it was a great idea to also get the musical notes, so it will go with the series. And this guy is not part of that group. He was also playing his violin on the streets, on a gallery hop. And I think that night there were a lot of musicians on the street, and I think in my mind I was going for all these street musicians, like all these musicians that were playing on the street, kind of like a series. This photo was taken on Lincoln Street in the Short North here in Columbus, and this was shot at Jenny's Ice Cream. I was walking past it, and I seen this woman and her kid. They have an open window where people sit and eat their ice cream. And as soon as I got there, she was kind of like helping her kid take the ice cream and eat it. And I grabbed the photo. I thought it made a really nice photo, like mother-daughter moment. So I really like this photo. This photo was taken the same day I took the photo of the guys playing the music. She was part of the group. I like that she was looking away and looking into the light, and I got this really nice light casting on her face. So it's a really nice photo to add up to the series. Now this photo, I think I was taking a photo of somebody else behind her, but then she thought I was taking a photo of her, so she went like that, and I was like, okay, you made my photo. So I took the shot, and she just laughed and then walked away. And I posted this photo on my Instagram, and I was talking about seeing people walking with this cart with their babies in it, but a grown-up man pulling this stuff with his backpack in it. Like, I want to know why he has this cart and why he has his backpack in it and pulling it. I just thought it was a really nice photo. So he was walking so fast, and I've noticed him before he got to where I was, so I waited for him to be in my frame, and then I took this shot. And this guy, this is one of the photos, like I say, one of the guys that when I'm walking down the street, I feel a little bit nervous walking to them and asking to take their photo. But he was a really cool guy. He was okay with it, taking his photo. He was smoking, so I told him, you can continue smoking and do your thing, and I'll just grab my photo. So he put the cigarette in his mouth and looked away, and I thought it was really nice to take that photo at that time, because you can see he had one eye patched, and his other eye is looking the same direction, and it looks like his eye is looking at the eye that is patched. And so I really like this photo. Now these guys, oh my god, I think we were wrapping up. We were wrapping up, walking down the street. So we were walking towards our car, and we seen these guys singing on top of their voice on the street, and we stood there. I think Robbie videoed them. I will look on my computer later if I still have that footage and play it for you guys. Thought it was a really nice photo to take. Another mother-daughter moment, I was walking past this restaurant and I seen the little kid playing with some stuff. I don't really remember what she was playing with, but the mother was like so cool, just looking at the daughter doing her own thing. And as you can see, it's a little bit crooked because it was like that split of a second thing where I just snapped so quickly, and no matter how I tried to keep the horizon straight, it wouldn't like make the photo look that good. So I kept it this way because the moment is what I want to show, not how perfect the picture is, and I really like it. And this is a coffee shop downtown. This is a coffee shop at the Short North, and this guy reading the paper, he is always there and at the same spot, and I asked myself, does he own the coffee shop? But this time I took the photo of him because I really like both of them in the frame doing their own thing. Him reading the newspaper, and the barista there making the coffee for somebody. So this is one of the photos that I really like too. And again, that's him. So I think after I took the photo, I wanted the main focus to be on him. Sorry, I wanted the main focus to be on him. So after I took the photo of the barista in focus, I took another photo of him being in focus. This lady was walking past us as we were taking photo of the city, and she said, this is a really nice place to get a really nice photo of the city, but then if you go down the bridge, so we were walking on we were on the bridge, and she said, if you go down the bridge, there is this spot that it's really famous. She said she sees a lot of photographers there taking photo of the city with the bridge in it, and we just said thank you so much. So as she was walking away, I just said, oh, do you mind if I get a portrait of you? And then she said yeah, and she had this really nice smile, genuine smile on her face. So I grabbed the photo and then I showed it to her, and she said it looks really good, and I said thank you for showing us the spot, and she walked away. And this photo is recent. I took this photo I think last week, where I was going to do a photo shoot with this model, and whilst I was waiting for her, I decided to walk to the restroom. And walking to the restroom, I seen these three guys coming towards me, and they walked past me, and he stopped and called me back, and he said, "You a photographer?" And I said, "Yeah." And then he started this whole conversation about his other friend, and telling me how he used to be a photographer too. So his other friend too came, and he was telling me he has been in photography school before, and he used to take photos, and now he doesn't anymore. Anyway, so after the whole conversation, it was a really long conversation. After the conversation, I asked if I could take their photos, and I took his photo, and I think the next one is of his friend, and this one is him, the other friend that said he went to photography school, and he also had this bright eyes, and I think I'm really drawn by people's hats and bright eyes, like really bright eyes, and his beard and everything looks really good in the portrait. So I took a photo of him and the third guy too, which was the other guy they were with. And these photos, I really like them. And he's looking away because as much as I tried to get him to look at the camera, he wasn't. So I just decided to go ahead and take the photo because it also makes up the photo. It adds up to the story of the photo, because he was like so much in a hurry and the other two guys were like talking so much. So this look was like, we have to go. This photo was also taken last week. There was an Insta meet that we do. One other guy, his name is Robert. He runs an Instagram community page, and so once in a while he does an Insta meet. And we were walking down German Village here in Columbus, and I seen this guy on the street and stopped him and asked if I could take his portrait, and he said yeah. So I grabbed this portrait of him, and this is Robert. So Robert always had glasses on, and even though I've taken portrait and photos of him a lot, I just thought that day I could get something different. So I asked Robert if I could take his photo, and this time I asked him to take off his glasses. And after this photo I told him, you look so different without glasses, and he said yeah. So this is Robert, and he's one of my friends. And I think that's it, guys. So these are all the photos, and all these photos were taken between when I started street photos till date. And as you can see, the very last 5 or 4 photos were taken last week. So you can tell how much growth I have had in the street photos, and how far I have come, and the kind of style that I'm building up. And I'm drawn in with people. Like, I like people. I think the details on people's faces and the human body is just amazing. Even with my drawings, all I do is portraits, and so I just thought to take that and put into my street photos as well. So folks, thank you so much for sticking around. I know this video is 20 minutes long, plus it's going to be so long, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of this photography journey. And you guys have encouraged me a lot. It's inspired me a lot with your comments and the feedbacks that I get from you. And this year has been really amazing. It has been. Like I said, the start of the year I thought it wasn't going to be, but things happened so fast and everything has been really great. This is not where I want to be. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I really appreciate your time and everything, just watching my videos and or even being on my Instagram to look at my photos. I really appreciate your time. So in 2019, I look forward to what is next for me. I want to be able to travel and take photos, and as usual I'm going to bring you guys with me if I get the opportunity to travel around and take photos. So that is the goal for next year, and I hope that I'm able to inspire people with my photos, and also learn so much from you guys. Like in the comments, if there's anything you see on my channel that you think you have any ideas that will help build the channel or help build my photography, feel free to leave the comments, or you can head up to my Instagram and send me a DM or anything. I really appreciate that. I thank you guys so much for being a part of this year, and I hope you have a happy holidays, and I wish you all the best in whatever you guys are doing. Until then, go hit the streets, be safe, be creative, and don't forget, always create to inspire. See you guys in 2019.
Girl, it ain't no love in the heart of the city. It's Ohio. Say it ain't no love in the heart of town. Lift the boat. Life is a highway. I wanna ride it. Man, that old man went up. Man, he finna take his hat off and he gonna start blowing. Yesterday she thanked me for rolling that.